Cosplay, and today I'll be walking you through how I edit my cosplay photos. So, I'm editing my Junko cosplay photos today, and I'm first just going to kind of roughly select the background. Again, I do this super roughly because you can always go back in and fix it with the quick selection tool. Once I'm done with that, I will go over to filters and do the Gaussian blur, and I will go to the outline of the photo and make sure that it's around what I want it. I normally do the images to whatever I think is correct. Today I'm doing 4.0, and then I just get rid of the selection lines, and then I'll go back in and around the image, and I'll blur the image in places that it's a little rough between the filtered blur and the actual subject of the photo, my Junko cosplay, and where the filtered blur meets the area. So once that is done, I will crop the image to 4x6 or 6x4. Today we're doing a 4x6 because that's what I sell my prints in, or I do my prints in 4x6 to 6x4, but since it's a portrait, we're doing 4x6. And then I will just go in with the dodge and burn tool, and I will brighten up and darken places that the shadows and stuff would naturally hit. Like I'm brightening up my eyes right now because the shadows have kind of lost that, and you don't want to do it like overdo it because then it'll obviously look fake. And you don't want that because that's bad stuff, bad vibe. I'll, do my nails because it's glossy, so it'll attract the light naturally. And I'll go back in with the burn tool and just do stuff with shadows. And you don't want to overdo this because it looks super fake, but I'm just doing this because it was super cold that day, and you can kind of tell that, or not that you can tell, but you kind of lose that because of the red. So just adding in, crease in the eyes because that has depth, adding it to my jawline, such and such, because shadows would naturally fall there. And we don't want it to not have that happen because, yeah, so we just add shadows for shadows naturally are. I add shadows for shadows naturally are as well, so that when I go in and curve images with the lighting and stuff, it'll not look super washed out. Then I take my healing brush and quickly, cover up the scratch that I have for my cat when I was playing with her and she attacked me. And then I go into the curves and I just slightly adjust that so that it looks more, like professional, I guess. And then I go to vibrance and I make just so I can make some of the colors pop, like the red and the blush. And her hair and stuff, and I'll just toggle that back and forth so I can see the difference. And then because I forgot earlier, I'm going to reselect the background, and then once that's done, I will go over to the black and white filter and change the opacity on that. Change the colors and opacity on that so that it there's a starker contrast between me and the background. And I'll toggle that back and forth so I can see the difference between that as well. And then because of the curves and the vibrance and the changing, we kind of lost some of the vibrance in my eyeballs. So I'm going to go in and do that right now. So yeah, that's done. This is the before and then the after. I have these prints on my Etsy shop, Junko and my Sailor Moon prints, if you would like to check them out, but don't feel obligated to. They're there. But yeah, that's how I edit my cosplay photos. It takes me like 10 to 11 minutes maybe. It's not a very long process, and you can use whatever you have on hand program-wise to edit these photos. You don't have to use Photoshop because the things I use are fairly basic. But yeah, that's how I edit my photos. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye!